So this line graph is from IELTS Academic 16. As usual, we should spend some time on this statement and understand it. The charts below show the changes in ownership of electrical appliances and amount of time spent doing housework in households in one country between 1920 and 2019. So as you know, the instruction is always the same in writing task 1. We should summarize the information. How? By selecting and reporting the main features only and make comparisons where relevant. In doing so, we should write at least 150 words to be able to cover all the main features. Alright, step 2, we should spend some time on the graphs to understand them. So at this stage, do not think about vocabulary, just simply put the sign up and down for the changes. So washing machine went up, refrigerator up, vacuum cleaner up. So clearly all of them went up. And in the second one, hours per week, it went down. So for the overview, we should choose the main features, right? So all of them went up. We should mention that. This is the general trend. And the most remarkable one, the biggest one, is refrigerators. So this is something I will mention in my overview. And for the second one, we just mentioned that the hours went down. Step 3 is to start writing, and the first thing we write is the paraphrase. This is my paraphrase. The charts depict fluctuations in the percentage of households with electrical appliances and the time devoted to housework per week in one country from 1920 to 2019. So the first change, as usual, I deleted below because there is nothing below my writing. And instead of show, I used depict. The changes in, I used fluctuations in. And instead of ownership of electrical appliances, I used households with electrical appliances. And instead of time spent, I used the time devoted to. And instead of between 1920 and 2019, I used from 1920 to 2019. Now, this is my sample. We just read the paraphrase. Let's read the overview together. So overall, the ownership of appliances witnessed a substantial rise for all three devices, with refrigerators showing the most remarkable growth. So this is also an important thing to mention. And the second one is about the second chart. While the number of hours spent on housework declined dramatically. Now, I'll start with refrigerators and vacuum cleaners because these had the most drastic changes. To start, refrigerators and vacuum cleaners drastically increased from almost 1% and 30% in 1920, respectively, to 100% in 2019. Now, I want to compare them with washing machine. These appliances showed a more rapid growth compared to the washing machine, which was present in around 40% of households in 1920. Now, I need to continue with washing machines. However, it slightly declined to around 65% in 1980 before its usage saw a more modest increase, reaching approximately 75% by 2019. I mentioned that slight decline also in 1980. And now it's time to get to the second chart. The second chart reveals a sharp decline in the number of hours spent on housework per week. Now, I need to be more specific. In 1920, households spent an average of 50 hours a week on house chores, which significantly decreased to 20 hours in 1960. So I mentioned this part and the decline. Now I need to describe the rest of the trend. It continued to fall, dropping to just over 10 hours in 2019. So I organized my answer in 3 paragraphs. In the first one, I just paraphrased and wrote the overview. In the second one, I described the first graph in detail. And in the third one, I described the second graph in detail. In this slide, you can find the words that I used to describe the changes. They're useful. You could also use them in your writing. And in this slide, I used these words to increase my cohesion and connect my sentences. All right, hope you found it useful. Have a nice day.